Hey, what's up? This is Gardetrace, and Dragon Ball Super Episode 121 was fucking awesome. Anilaza rules. He is my favorite person featured in the Tournament of Power that was introduced here. My favorite one, hands down. This guy, oh my god, this episode was just fucking awesome. It seems like they really were trying to make up for the lackluster episode 119, which the contents of that fucking episode should have happened way earlier in the tournament, considering. But you know what? Fuck it. That's in the past. Let's focus on now. 121. That episode was just so much fucking fun to watch, and really, I gotta say, I like Universe 3. Because, you know, when it comes to Universe 3, I like the idea of them. Because, you know, they're this technologically focused universe. Their, like, main goals is, like, you know, of course, to, you know, they have all these robots, they have all this technology, they're the more intellectual ones, you know. Pretty much this universe is kind of like what the Saurians are. And then of course the Saurians and the Saiyans have their war, so it's technology versus brute strength. Unfortunately, of course, the Saiyans won because, wow, what are the odds? A full moon. But yeah. But anyway, when it comes to Universe 3 now, yes, there are people who are saying that yet they don't really have much of a personality because, you know, their fighters are a bunch of robots. So yes, it's true. Like, their fighters as individuals don't really have much personality to them. Although I would come to expect that of robots. Now, when it comes to other characters who aren't robots, yet they lack a personality, like Jiren, that guy has about as much personality as a bucket of piss. But anyway, when it comes to Anilaza, so what we have here is he is a fusion of someone that's already a fusion, Koichi. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably didn't. And Dr. Pepperoni. And what it looks like, this is his ultimate last-ditch effort. Like, you know, Koichi was supposed to be the last-ditch effort, but it's like, no, we have another trick up our sleeve. So, and then that's when Dr. Pepperoni fuses with Koichi in order to form Anilaza. Now, Anilaza, like, when it comes to him, he reminds me of many different characters over the course of the Dragon Ball franchise, because of course, like, he reminds me a lot of Hatchak in terms of design. He reminds me a lot of Janemba as he does those warping punches where he's punching through dimensions, or he reminds me of like General Rildo from Dragon Ball GT, as you know, he is this guy who fuses with his creations to become more powerful. So it's like, pretty much, Anilaza's taking elements like from elsewhere within the series, and a lot of them are from non-canon sources, and he even slightly resembles what Goku pictures the androids to look like in his nightmare. So it's like, looks like they're taking some cues, which, you know, it's good when they're taking cues from sources, you know. When they're taking cues from non-canon sources, give them a chance to shine, you know. Like, when it comes to the God of Destruction of Universe 3, Moscow, he is pretty much a reference to Lord Lude, who in Dragon Ball GT was referred to as God of Destruction Lude. And that was long before Gods of Destructions, as we know them now, were introduced. So it's like, it was nice to see like cues from other sources being used in Anilaza. And then we have Anilaza, just the way he fights. He's just big, huge, gigantic figure, and he can use ultrasonic waves to hear everyone around him and easily detect them and find them to where the fuck they are. Because the thing I like about him is, like, design-wise, he looks awesome. His moves, his techniques, all of that looks really good. And also, he was someone that Universe 7 had to collectively come together, like the members that were left of it, in order to take this guy on. Which, it was cool. So, in the episode, we have, of course, our last 6 members of Universe 7, who are standing up to Anilaza, and even they all together are having trouble against this guy. And then it's like, Anilaza, he's attacking everybody that's left, because there's only those 6 members of Universe 7 left, as well as the 3 members of Universe 11, and then, like, Anilaza shot a beam at Jiren. Of course, Jiren punches it away, and he just stands there and does nothing else but watch, which, oh my fucking god, I am so tired of the Pride Troopers just standing there watching. It's just, I wish, like, he would have tried to make them more involved in this, but anyway, the point is, one thing I really like about Anilaza, what he did was, finally, he makes Frieza do something. Because let's be honest, Frieza hasn't done shit in this tournament. He has done fuck all in this tournament. It's like he tortures a few weak fighters and eliminates Kaba, who was way too weak to even pose a threat to Frieza. It's just Frieza's just been doing a whole bunch of sitting around, just standing around observing and bullshit. This is why I say, guys, this is the guy we replaced Majin Buu with. Majin Buu was a fuck ton of fun to watch in the Zeno exhibition match, and we replace him with fucking Frieza, who hasn't done shit, and this Tournament of Power is almost over. So it's like, finally, we have Frieza doing something, and pretty much everybody's having trouble against Anilaza, and 17 almost gets eliminated. However, 18 does a sacrifice where she pushes 17 back up, and she takes the fall instead. That made me sad. It's like, I guess, 17 would be in better shape than 18 at this point. But here's the thing about 18. It's like, she is pretty much letting a sprained ankle slow her down. Which, when the fuck has that ever even been a factor at Dragon Ball? Like, ever. It's like, all of the serious injuries that characters sustain, broken ribs, broken limbs, even like holes being shot through them, like organs being crushed, and she's bitching about a sprained ankle. Oh, I guess, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about that, but anyway, it's just, she takes the fall in order for 17 to stay in, and then it's 17 who's the one that ultimately hits Anilaza in his weak spot, which was that core in his head. The thing about this episode is, like, it showcases just, like, what this tournament should have been, where you see is a lot more teamwork and cooperation, not just episodes focusing on just one character hogging the spotlight, and then it being the case for several episodes on end, like when Master Roshi hogged a bunch of episodes, or how Goku, along with Caulifla and Kale, are hogging a whole bunch of episodes where apparently no other fighters are crossing their path and saying, hey, while they're distracted by them, let me go launch a sneak attack on them to get rid of them. Especially for Goku, since he's Universe 7's trump card. But the thing is about this thing about this tournament is, like, now that we're at the final stretch of the tournament, we're at like the last 9 minutes of it. We're at the last 9 minutes, and well, It's just now that once Anilaza had gotten eliminated, now it's just down to the 5 members of Universe 7 that are left, along with the 3 members of Universe 11 that are left. I guess Toei was trying to work in a 7-Eleven joke in there or some shit like that. But it's just, this is why I say that this Tournament of Power, it hasn't been about different universes fighting against each other in a battle royal. It has been Universe 7 versus the multiverse. Because Universe 7 is the one that's pretty much responsible for all of the other universes to have gotten eliminated. All of the other universes that have gotten erased from existence are because of Universe 7. It's just pretty much the other universes are not fighting each other. They just say, "Hey, Universe 7 guys, let's all just go after them." And then Universe 7 still has had like more than half of its fighters for the longest, until now we finally got down to the last fucking 5, which they were like 9. We only have 9 minutes left in this tournament, and Universe 7 still has at least half of its fighters left. It's like there should have been much more of a balancing thing in this, where other universes would still be around. And then once we have Universe 3 on its last legs, where Anilaza appears in order to be the ultimate trump card of Universe 3, this is where there should be like more cooperation between the other universes, as there should be like Universe 7, Universe 6, Universe 11, Universe 3, pretty much different universes still in the tournament that have very few fighters left, and now it's a matter of just these last people just trying to, survive until time runs out. And then, of course, Anilaza is here to pretty much be the one to say, "Hey, fuck you all," and just wipe them all out in one fell swoop. Because that would have been a better way to have things go. Because, Anilaza is fucking awesome, and this tournament could have been handled, could have been managed in such a better way than what it fucking is. So to see, Anilaza go, and now we're only down to Universe 7 and 11. This was where I knew the tournament was gonna end up going, and it's like, it's the worst place for it to go, because it's the way that a lot of people easily predicted, myself included, and of course it really takes away from this. The Tournament of Power should not have been down to 2 universes battling it out. It should have been down to multiple universes who are down to the last of their resources, fighting for survival, and having Anilaza here would have been the one thing to really push those other universes to the edge. But nope, that didn't happen. But hey, before Universe 3 got erased, we saw that Moscow is actually just a robot being piloted by some little imp-like creature named Mule. So, hey, Moscow Mule reference there. So it's like, yay, we gotta keep up with the puns somehow. But too bad we're likely not gonna see any more of Universe 3 or any universe that got erased for that matter, because, well, it would be a bad idea to just suddenly try to bring them all back, but then at the same time you got a bunch of wasted characters. So it's like, this episode, it's a lot of fun. I had a whole lot of fun with it. This is the most fun I've had with Dragon Ball Super for the longest. This is the most fun I've had with any episode of the Tournament of Power. And now I see that, well, we're really not gonna get any more moments quite like this one. So what do you guys think of this? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Also like and subscribe for more content. And with that being said, that's the end of this video. Have a good day everyone. This is Trace signing out.